First, I'll just give an overview, and then actually Ms. Miner will take you through it. But first, I think that I just want to appreciate the leadership of the board and really honor and respect the work of the schools. I think what we're talking about is creating the conditions in these partnership schools that we want for all schools, and the opportunity to do this together and to be in this work and learn from each other, I think is evidence that we can make this path together. So I just really want to appreciate how much time, energy, effort, heart has gone into this. And I think that the overall point here is that this decision strengthens Oakland Unified at a time when there was a question about loss and cutting and all of the damage. We've actually found a way to create a partnership and a relationship and a compact for serving Oakland children. And I just really think that we can't underestimate the power of this moment. But many, many good things to say, and I think this has positive benefit for all of our kids and families in Oakland. And with that, Ms. Miner.
Members of the board, I have extra copies of the agreement for members of the public who may be interested, and I believe there's a copy of the facilities and operations agreement in front of each of you. Let me just highlight some key points. The agreement is divided into articles for ease of use. The first article is the facilities agreement. It's one agreement covering both schools. And so the agreement deals with ASCEN, deals with the fact that Learning Without Limits shares the Jefferson campus with Global. It provides for the shared facility committee that the charter office referred to. Then if I can move you on to Article 2, because that covers the operations provisions, and you can see the services that the district will provide in partnership with the schools and Education for Change. So first, to address custodial services. These buildings are important. These buildings were purchased and built with taxpayer money. And so it's the district's view that they must be maintained by custodial services, and that's a part of the agreement, with the understanding that our custodial services will provide a high quality of services to the schools. The schools will be a part of our enrollment and options process, although that is modified to some extent in the first year because of where we are in the process. Nutrition services will provide nutrition services. Again, we expect the level of services for these schools, and again, all of our schools, to be outstanding. There's some tinkering that needs to happen. Ms. Labar has met with both principals and will work diligently with them to meet the expectations of both communities. Both schools have expressed an interest in using our Smart Find Express, which is our subsystem for certificated subs. It's an outstanding system, and they will participate in that system, although any sub that is dispatched to the schools will be there as an employee of Education for Change. Our BITSA program, which is the Beginning Teacher Support and Assessment Program, is outstanding, and the schools have expressed an interest in continuing to participate. The first year, we've limited participation to 4 participants, so this would be 4 beginning teachers. And let me just do an aside. Our district had not previously had to price services, so we don't have a unit price for our services. So an important aspect of this agreement is that at any point, any month, either party can stop and say, we haven't priced these services correctly, let's come back to the table and talk, and that's provided for in Article 8. We expect that there will be true-ups as we get more information about services, the cost of the services, the commitments, and so forth. There will be opportunities to participate in professional development, in purchasing. As you know, our e-market system works very well. The schools are going to continue to participate there. Some joint participation in assessments and some of the outstanding research and assessment work that's done. They will be considered schools of the district for purposes of our E-rate annual application. There will be links off of our district website. The schools obviously come equipped with extensive IT and telecommunication services. That's included. Something that we consider to be very significant because, again, we really expect both of these schools to be back at the end of 2 years, is that for any district employee who's currently employed at either Ascend or Learning Without Limits who request a leave of absence, we will grant a leave of absence for 2 years. The agreement also includes all of the oversight responsibilities that the charter office has, and then otherwise includes a bunch of legalese. And I won't go over those in detail. We do want to point out that the agreement includes the contribution toward the state loan, which we think is really significant as well. Deputy Superintendent Howell has some information about the pricing and the costs of the agreement, the revenues that will come to the district because of that, and so I'll ask him to cover that.